and entitlements. Joining me now, Democratic Congresswoman Gwen of Wisconsin, a member of the House Budget Committee. Thank you, Congresswoman, for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me, Tamron.
Absolutely. We just got word that from aides from Speaker Boehner, he's planning to go to Ohio tomorrow, going home tomorrow, and on whether that might impact communication with the president concerning the fiscal cliff. The speaker says Ohio has both cell phone service and airports, so if the president wants to talk or meet, it won't be a problem at all. But we know at this point nothing is scheduled. What does that tell you regarding the talks at this point between the two?
Well, you know, Tamron, my read of the whole situation is that the Republicans, in order to get his caucus involved, they are insisting on getting the Ryan budget and the Romney budget plan through by negotiation fiat. They didn't win the election, but they still want to win by negotiation fiat. I think that they are, in order to save face, they're demanding that there be severe cuts to Medicare, to Social Security. I think they want the president to agree to the chained CPI for Social Security, wants to raise the Medicare age, and wants to back down from cutting tax increases, for the top 2%. They want the president essentially to cave.
So you believe that the Republicans are more focused on entitlements and changing the Medicare eligibility age than they are on increasing the tax rates? Do you think that is their priority at this point? And not to focus?
I think, Tamron, I think exactly. They realize that they don't have any choice about the Bush-era tax cuts expiring December 31st. So in order to extract some sort of victory, they want these entitlement changes. In addition to that, they want the president to agree on fewer of the Bush-era tax cuts to be increased, as well as they don't want to acknowledge toward our $4 trillion goal that $1.7 trillion have already been spent. They don't want to start at a baseline that realizes that we have already cut to the bone some of the discretionary spending programs. They want to push middle class and poor people into austerity.
And let me show this headline to you. It was up today on Politico. It says John Boehner open to more revenue, but that's if the White House gets specific on entitlement cuts. Is that a compromise you'd be willing to make at this point? I know you've pointed out the Paul Ryan budget. Many progressive liberals very unhappy with that, pointing out how it would hurt, as you pointed out, the middle class, the poor people in this country. But when you look at that NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, folks indicate that they would like to see both sides come to some compromise on long-held beliefs, which include entitlements.
Tamron, we've already agreed to entitlement changes. The Affordable Care Act saves $700 billion. In addition to that, the president is willing to bring more changes to Medicare to the table. I certainly am in favor of negotiating pharmaceutical drugs. That Part D pharmaceutical program, what would generate savings of somewhere like $350 billion over 10 years. That's a good place to start changing an entitlement program. So I think that there are areas for entitlement change that we can, that are possible, but Republicans very specifically want to gouge out benefits to beneficiaries rather than taking those savings from Medicare from some of the providers.
Quickly, where we are right now, we played a series of reactions just today alone. You saw the president included in that, as well as Nancy Pelosi and others. What is your gut at this point with what you know, the conversations that are happening behind the scenes that you've been privy to amongst the rank and file in the party? Do you believe we're going over this cliff?
Well, I can tell you that it's a great possibility that we'll go over the cliff. Certainly hope somebody out there in the Washington, D.C. area will invite me to dinner today Sunday. I don't even know if I'll be able to get home. But I think if we do, we will then be very concerned about an austerity cliff and really destroying our economy. I think it is very egregious that the Republicans are willing to destroy the economy, perhaps create a worldwide recession on behalf of continuing to campaign on their failed campaign of 2012.